Hello, YouTube land. I want to talk about the Pod HD Pro X. Though it is an old dog, it's still a good dog. I know it's not considered relevant, but no, that's a stupid reason to not play on something. You play on what you like, so that's what I'm doing. The Helix is a thing. It is out. I've been watching a lot of comparison videos versus that. It's hit and miss. Some amp models on the Helix are better than the Pod, and some Pod amp models to me. Now, nobody arguing, but this is just my opinion. Some models sound better on the Pod than the Helix, so I think it depends on the tone. And I have thought about getting a Helix or an AX8 even, which is a whole nother level of stuff. But I've got Helix native on my computer for trial version, and it is good, but I wasn't overly blown away by it, to be honest. Now I'm aware the actual hardware Helix might sound a little better, but I'm just not overly blown away by it. And I'm really digging this Pod HD. There was some tweaking I had to do to really get it more to my liking. I will admit to that. The amp models out of the box need a little bit of tweaking, especially the high gain ones. But when you tweak the EQ, you add that parametric, and you really sculpt it, they sound great. So I got a model pack, and what will show off the PV Panama tone and a couple of other high gain tones I like, but the PV Panama is probably going to be my main sound, although I had been using the Angle tone a lot and sometimes the Bogner tone. This is kind of the best of both worlds in terms of things I like from both of those tones. I feel like this covers it. So anyways, here's the PV Panama tone. I'd say that definitely has a very strong 5155. That definitely comes close. It's like 90 something percent there. I've owned the 6505s, two of them, and an EVH. That is the tone right there. I mean, that's it. Very close. Okay, another tone that I'm really, really fond of is this Ubershaw tone. So here we go. So that's the Bogner tone. It's pretty killer, actually. And here's the first tone I was using, the Angle sound. Here we go. pretty killer. I think 5150 is going to win because it's just a little bit deeper and has more oomph. But these are great tones. There's more tones on here that I do plan to eventually go over. It's just, gosh, I got like 46 or 45 of them now because I got that model. I got the extended model pack, which was really cool, and I got it for free. So yeah, I'm really digging these sounds. I don't think the Pod HD is quite as bad as some reviews make it. Don't write it off yet. I mean, if you have to have the newest thing, which I'm guilty of debating on that myself, it's the maybe it's not guilt. It's I mean, it's not doing anything wrong. But I've thought about getting the Helix. I have contemplated and contemplated and contemplated. But I think I'm gonna live with this for a while. I'm really liking this, and this thing's growing on me. And I mean, I owned it back in the day, and it had some great sounds dialed in for me. And I sold it, and then I got it back. I like it. I mean, it does sound pretty solid. This is a great unit. But really, what you like is your decision and it's your opinion. I'm not going to say one unit's better than the other because it's all subjective. If you like a Helix, great, go get a Helix. You like the Pod, great. You know, either one is going to sound great in a mix, and you're going to get some killer tones out of both. You know, I will admit with the Pod, I spent a little bit more time, but the tones are, I'd say, warmer and deeper, while the Helix is more pristine. Pristine doesn't always mean it's favorable. It depends on the individual. But I'm liking these very warm sounds I've got on my unit. But to each his own, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to show off my high gain sounds on my Pod HD. I need to eventually do a direct in demo because I've made some DI patches finally. Um, and I need to eventually bring my laptop up here and actually do some recordings. But they don't sound bad. Took me some time to tweak them and to dial them in properly because the cap sims are very hit or miss on this unit. The ones that sound the best are the Mesa Boogie cap sim. It's called the Tread V30, and then I also like the Bogner one. That sounds pretty good. So, anyways, that's it.